So, there's a Joker 2 on the horizon, or better known as Joker, Folie, Deux, which is an equal parts fantastic title, but also cringe and pretentious, especially when you hear clueless people trying to pronounce it incorrectly.
Joker, Folie,
Deux, Folie, Deux,
I love
Folie, Deux.
Welcome to Shitty One.
I must say, I am just not feeling anything about the new Joker movie. Everything about it screams rehash of the first movie, but this time we have Harley Quinn. Let's get down to it, shall we? I absolutely love the first Joker as a piece of cinema. It has much in there to really think about, not only from a socio-political standpoint, but also from a psychological perspective. Still, as a sad, pathetic, synthetic being who loves comic books, I didn't think it was necessarily a good adaptation of the Joker character. And brace yourselves for this android's hot take, folks, but I felt the movie could have been called anything else and be totally disassociated from anything DC/Batman, and it would have been a greater movie for it. Unfortunately, the branding and marketing people are gonna do what they do best, and that is to utilize recognizable brands and IPs to sell their products, and thus we have the Joker, a movie tied to the DC/Batman brand, complete with tacked on Bruce Wayne cameo.
Oh, you insufferable comic book nerd, get over it. It was a great movie.
Yes, it was. All I'm saying is that it did not have to be called the Joker, nor tied to the DC or Batman brands. It should have just been its own unique standalone thing. But of course, Hollywood's gonna Hollywood. Joaquin Phoenix delivered a fantastic performance and simply lit the screen on fire anytime he was on. His Oscar was certainly well deserved, although if I were to criticize any aspect of his performance, it would be his forced laughter. I'm sorry, it was just never at any point convincing to me. Still, the movie ended on a pitch-perfect, ambiguous note, but it also made over $1 billion. So of course, a sequel was always inevitable, because we simply can't have great standalone movies make $1 billion anymore. Everything needs to be a franchise, and this brings us to where we are. Joker, Folie, Deux, or for those unfamiliar with French, it means folly of two, which is a psychological medical condition for when two people share the same delusion. Appropriate considering the movie is about the Joker and Harley Quinn, right? Maybe it's the cynical paranoid android in me, but I can't help but see this movie as just a completely unnecessary cash grab. I mean, director Todd Phillips over-delivered with the first movie, but from everything we know about this sequel, how it's going to lean heavily on the musical side, mainly relying on cover songs, to the casting of Lady Gaga, whose real name is Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanotta. Yeah, I'll just call you Lady Gaga, who in my opinion has yet to prove she can truly act. I mean, sing, oh absolutely, she can do that no problem. But acting, the jury's still out on that one for me, I'm afraid. And before you ask, yes, I did watch American Horror Story Hotel, House of Gucci, and A Star Is Born. She didn't blow me away, but she's fine. But is Lady Gaga the same caliber performer as Joaquin Phoenix? I guess we'll find out, won't we? Another aspect of it is I guess I'm just so sick of Harley Quinn at this point. DC have much better written and interesting female characters in their universe, but yet only seems to want to push Harley Quinn. Harley! I can't be the only one who's burned out with this character. Of course, any sequel to the Joker was always going to feature Harley Quinn. She's proven to be a reliable cash cow for DC/Warner Brothers. And remember how I said that maybe it's just the cynical paranoid android in me? Well, at this point, it is hard not to feel like the movie will simply just be a rehash of the first movie, but only with a substantial focus on Harley Quinn, where we'll get similar story beats and imagery from the first movie because, hey, gotta recycle those fan favorite moments from the first movie. But this time from the perspective of Harley Quinn. The Harley Quinn perspective. Ugh. I hope I'm wrong. I hope the Joker Folie Deux is a terrific movie which has a story worth being told and stands shoulder to shoulder with the first movie or even surpasses it and doesn't just end up being a sorry excuse to push DEI. I guess time will tell, but yes, nothing has really grabbed me thus far about it. Maybe I'm just burned out with Hollywood in general, who knows? I have to go now. Somewhere out there in the void, exorcism needs performing.